Blind Justice presents a hero and a city with secrets hidden by the cloak of night. What's Done in the Dark, the audio drama.
Pain throbbed in his head, a sharp counterpoint to the dull ache in his ribs. He lay on the floor, the threadbare rug doing little to cushion him. How long had he been out? The last thing he remembered was Andre, the fight, the searing blast of energy. He pushed himself up, wincing. His vision swam, the room tilting around him. He needed to get up, needed to move. Andre wouldn't stay down for long.
Easy there, Dom. You took a nasty hit.
Dominic blinked, focusing on Daniel. His friend sat in his wheelchair, concern etched on his face. Relief washed over Dominic. He wasn't alone.
What happened? Did we...
He's gone, for now. But he'll be back. He always comes back.
The smell of frying bacon filled the small apartment. Daniel maneuvered his chair around the cramped kitchen with practiced ease, setting a plate of food in front of Dominic. Dominic ate mechanically, the food tasteless in his mouth. He couldn't shake the memory of Andre's cold, furious eyes.
We need to find them.
Dominic said, pushing the plate away. His voice was flat, devoid of its usual energy.
I know we will, but rushing into this won't help. We need a plan.
Dominic ran a hand through his hair, frustration knotting his gut.
How long, Daniel? How long before he hurts someone else?
We won't let that happen. We'll find the others. We'll build a place where they can be safe. A place where they can control their powers, not be controlled by them.
The air crackled with unspoken tension. Dominic paced the room, a caged animal. Daniel watched him, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to Dominic's agitation.
We're different, Daniel. What happened with Andre? It's proof that we can't hide forever. That we can't pretend to be normal.
We're not hiding. We're preparing, learning, and we need to find others like us.
Why? So they can end up hurt, hunted, like us?
No, so they don't have to. So they can choose their own path, not the one that's forced upon them.
The memory came unbidden, a flicker of warmth in the darkness. Dominic saw their younger selves, huddled in a cluttered dorm room. Daniel, his brow furrowed in concentration, surrounded by wires and circuit boards. Dominic, struggling to decipher a complex physics equation.
What is that?
Something to even the playing field.
Daniel had replied, a mischievous glint in his eye. He held up a small, intricately crafted device.
Consider it a study aid.
The device had been a marvel, a testament to Daniel's genius. It had helped Dominic, who always struggled with focus, absorb information with ease. It had been the start of something new, something extraordinary.
It was more than that, wasn't it?
Dominic said, the present fading back into focus. He looked at Daniel, a new understanding dawning in his eyes.
It was the first step.
Daniel smiled, a touch of sadness in his eyes.
It was the first time I used my abilities to help someone, to make a difference.
But their world had tilted on its axis. Dominic saw the alleyway, the flashing blade, heard the gunshot echo in the night. He saw himself, fear clawing at his throat, trying to reach Daniel, to shield him from the bullets.
It wasn't your fault, Dom.
It was a conversation they had had countless times, the guilt and grief a heavy weight between them.
I should have been faster.
The words a familiar lament. The memory shifted, the hospital room sterile and cold, the doctors shaking their heads, muttering about miracles and impossibilities, and Daniel, his body broken, his spirit unbroken.
That's when it happened. When you healed.
Not healed, adapted.
The air crackled with energy, the unspoken truth hanging between them. Dominic remembered the fear, the awe, the overwhelming sense of wonder. He had known in that moment that their lives would never be the same.
Your power, it's not just technology, it's creation, adaptation.
The incident, it unlocked something in me, a potential I never knew I had, a way to shape, to change, to evolve.
And mine. Mine is to protect, to shield, to stand between the darkness and...
And the light.
Daniel reached out, his hand closing over Dominic's.
We are two sides of the same coin, Dom, bound by fate, by choice, by this.
He didn't need to finish the sentence. The bond between them, forged in pain and adversity, was unbreakable.
We'll find them, Dom. We'll create a place for them, a sanctuary.
And what about Andre?
The memory of their fight, of the raw hatred in Andre's eyes, still burned fresh in Dominic's mind.
He's out there, lost in his anger, his pain, but we'll find him too, and we'll help him, or we'll stop him.
The weight of their mission settled upon them, a heavy but necessary burden. They were different, they were powerful, and they had a responsibility to use their abilities for good, to protect those who couldn't protect themselves, to be a beacon of hope in a world that often felt shrouded in darkness. A sharp rap on the door shattered the silence. Dominic and Daniel exchanged a look, a mixture of apprehension and anticipation in their eyes. The world outside, once a source of fear and uncertainty, now held the promise of purpose.